English Settlement by XTC. A double album I bought from the vinyl sale at the Front Room Cafe in Bridge Street, High Wycombe. It was only £8, which is a bargain for a double LP that is actually in very good condition. In the 70s, guitars were guitars. We had Gibsons through Marshalls playing distorted power chords, or Telecasters or Rickenbackers through AC30s, or jangling through Fender twin reverbs. But in the 80s it all got a bit Duran Duran, with all that Nile Rodgers chomping made worse by flange pedals. In the 80s, if jangle was required, then a chorus pedal was used. Digital effects were like a new toy shop, and producers had to give everything a go. I usually moan about 80s drums, but the thing I did like was Big Tom's playing tribal type rhythms, probably the Adam and the Ants influence. This album has a song I don't think I was familiar with even back in the day. It is called All of a Sudden It's Too Late. It seems to have something to do with losing your religion, and it is a perfect example of this album. The drums play those tom beats, almost like Fleetwood Mac's Albatross. They use a variety of guitars, including a Rickenbacker 12-string, which lifts the already joyous track. There is a catchy tune with harmonies and counter melodies, and there is a lot going on, but it all works for the song rather than just the production values. Luckily, the emphasis is nearly always on the guitars, and this was at a time when digital synths were the thing. There is none of the wobbling DX7 of Madonna records or the Trevor Horn orchestral stabs, and not too much Phil Collins' gated reverb. Though there is one track, a song called Leisure, where they sound like they've got a lot of these affectations out of their system. It even has phasing on the tom fills. And they use a marimba sound to good effect on a very tribal sounding song called Nearly Africa. The most famous song on this album is Senses Working Overtime, which I think sounds totally original. The unusual guitar chords and the strange unsettling melody of the verse serves to highlight the sheer sing-along brilliance of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chorus. People love to shout 1, 2, 3, 4, just listen to Born to Run. So XTC went one better. All the songs seem to have complex arrangements. They have changes in rhythm and surprising changes in direction. They take in all kinds of styles, and the lyrics are always interesting. There is always a lot going on, but none of the tricks are overused. XTC have always been about the songs of Andy Partridge, the lead singer and guitarist, and Colin Moulding, the bass player. Their previous biggest single had been Colin Moulding's song, Making Plans for Nigel. On this album we get No Thugs in Our House, which is Andy Partridge's similar observation on child rearing, only in this case it is a thug called Graham. Throughout the album, the drums stay real and prominent, even in its most 80s moments on tracks like the synth pop Fly on the Wall and the English beat type ska of Down in the Pocket. I love key changes, and even for a double album there seems to be a lot of key changes, and they are not all the obvious ones. By the time they made this album, they were becoming a bit more pastoral, as is suggested by the cover, which is a picture of the Uffington White Horse, which is a massive Bronze Age hillside chalk figure. There are moments that suggest waltzing and skipping around maypoles with hand percussion, or with Morris dancers rattling bells and clashing sticks. They would go on to do more folky songs on the following albums: English Settlement, XTC.